We would like to invite you to watch the English news on the essential television channel of Đồng province. Ladies and gentlemen, on May the 9th, at the government headquarters, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired the third conference of the Coordinating Council for Red River Delta region. The conference announced the Red River Delta regional planning for the period 2021-2030 with a vision to 2050. The planning for the Red River Delta region was approved by the Prime Minister on May 4, 2024, emphasizing six core strategic viewpoints, including a particular important strategic area, a driving force for global development, leading the process of restructuring the economy and transforming the growth model. Regional economic development and restructuring must rely on science and technology, innovation, and digital transformation. Economic development is in harmony with cultural development, achieving social progress and justice. The plan sets out 5 key and breakthrough tasks, including developing synchronous, modern infrastructure connecting intra-regionally, inter-regionally, and internationally, focusing on improving the operational efficiency of innovation, science and technology centers, focusing on preserving, exploiting and promoting the cultural values of the Red River civilization, accelerating the pace of urbanization, linkages and formation of urban chains, improving mechanisms and policies for regional development and regional connectivity. To effectively implement regional planning, the Prime Minister assigned many specific tasks to ministries, branches and localities, and emphasized 12 important keywords in the regional development model. Politburo member, standing Vice Chairman of the National Assembly Trần Thanh Mẫn, on May the 9th, chaired a working session between National Assembly leaders and National Assembly agencies to evaluate the main work results in April, proposing a number of key tasks for the National Assembly in May and the following months. In April and early May, National Assembly agencies proactively implemented all aspects of work, especially urgently preparing for the 7th session of the National Assembly, scheduled to open on May the 20th. To date, National Assembly agencies have coordinated with agencies and organizations to actively revise and complete 10 draft laws expected to be submitted to the National Assembly for approval at the 7th session, giving opinions on 10 over 11 law projects expected to be submitted to the National Assembly for the first comments at the 7th session. Supervision topics of the National Assembly and the National Assembly Standing Committee were implemented on schedule, ensuring quality and efficiency. In May, agencies continue to focus on examining the remaining contents as well as the government's report submitted to the National Assembly at the 7th session. Speaking at the meeting, Vice Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn emphasized that the workload in May was huge. Therefore, the agencies of the National Assembly must coordinate closely, ensuring strict discipline according to each specifically assigned task, with our responsibility to focus on preparing for the 7th session to ensure effective quality. The Government Office has just issued document number 205 announcing the conclusion of the Government Standing Committee on the construction situation, submission for promulgation and main content of the decree on direct electricity trading mechanism, mechanisms and policies to encourage the development of self-produced and self-consumed rooftop solar power, a mechanism for developing power projects using natural gas and LNG. There are two notable mechanisms in the process of developing the decree, including mechanisms and policies to encourage the development of self-produced and self-consumed rooftop solar power, and mechanisms for developing power projects using natural gas and LNG. Those are two important mechanisms and policies creating conditions for businesses and people to be proactive in part of their electricity sources, production, and green development. In order for the 2 decrees to come to life, the Government Study Committee requires the Ministry of Industry and Trade to supplement and clarify policy contents, ensuring the implementation of incentive goals in a practical and feasible manner based on the basis of harmonious benefits and shared risk. At the same time, carefully review to ensure that policy proposals do not have loopholes that could lead to policy abuse. It is expected that the Ministry of Industry and Trade will complete 2 decrees to submit to the government this May. The Korean Central News Agency KCNA reported on May 9th that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un sent a congratulatory message to Russian President Vladimir Putin on the occasion of Russia's Victory Day. In the message, Mr. Kim affirmed his firm support and solidarity with Moscow. According to KCNA, leader Kim Jong-un sent warm and sincere congratulations to President Putin in a message commemorating the 79th anniversary of the Soviet Union's victory in the Great Patriotic War. The North Korean leader praised President Putin for leading efforts to protect the country's sovereignty against hostile forces and adversaries. I express firm support and solidarity with the Sacred Cause of Russia, hoping that you and the brave Russian army and people will win fresh victory in the struggle to defeat the imperialist hegemonic policy. Philippine officials said geopolitical tensions with Beijing do not affect the economic aspect, and the Manila government is still ready to create conditions for Chinese investors. Tensions between the Philippines and China over overlapping claims in the South China Sea have escalated in recent months. However, on May 9th, Secretary of the Philippine National Economic Development Authority, Arsenio Palisacan, said, "There doesn't seem to be any indication at all that these issues have remarkable adverse effects on the economy. We are not turning against China," Palisacan affirmed. "I don't think there is any attempt at all to disadvantage Chinese investors in the Philippines, particularly the private investors, just because we have these issues in the West Philippine Sea," he added, using Manila's term for the South China Sea. You have just watched the English news on the Essential Television channel of Dong Nai Province. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.